Okay, out at the beautiful Brighton beach in Melbourne, trying for some autumn shallow water pinkies on the high tide, which is coinciding with sunset. So good conditions, light breeze, light southerly, high tide due in 2.5 hours with the sunset. So let's see if the pinkies are around on the plastics. If you're not familiar with this area, this is just 5 k's or so from Melbourne CBD, back up to the iconic bathing boxes of Brighton Beach. The shallows here are reasonably productive, with lots of shallow broken ground, reef, weed, etc., which is enough to draw those pinkies in. Let's see how we go. Okay, choice of plastic here is a nuclear chicken, 3-inch, on a jig head that's size 1/8 ounce, 2/0 hook, and be flicking this around and seeing if I can generate some interest on the resident pinkies. That's on the drop. It's a good start. It's a really good start. That fish was on the drop. I hadn't even turned the reel, and it was fish on. This is good fun. If you haven't done it, pinkies in the shallows on plastics, especially in a kayak, really cool. Really cool. It's a good start. He's only a dwarf, but nonetheless, sometimes it's a good sign when you hook up an early one. That activity later on might be good for fish that are slightly upsized. Try again. Fish hit that plastic on the drop. I hadn't even wound or jigged it or anything, and he was on it straight up. Relatively shallow here too, and there's another one on it now. Little flick and pause is all that's required. I like a fairly rapid retrieve to cover ground, but you can do a slow roll if you like. Slow roll, pause, or flick and pause all the time, retrieving your line over the flats, over the shallows, and just waiting for that big hit. Got a slightly old packet of plastics here that are perishing very quickly, so that's not good. I've not bought a packet of these ones in a couple of years, so hopefully this one holds up. Oh, that's a distant hit. It's a good sign. Biting like that at this time of day. On, off. They're all over it, these little pinkies at the moment, which is cool. See if I can, he may have even taken that plastic off. I reckon he has, because I can't feel any resistance. Oh no, still there. Still there. Nice long cast of about 20-30 metres. Click the bail over, wait for it to sink. Pretty simple. On the bottom now, and fish on. Had not even wound the reel, and I had a hit. Wind and pause, wind and pause. Fish on. Only small. And he's off. When they're like this, it's a case of just working through the small fish until you find something with size. Just methodically casting in slightly different directions, different angles, to cover different ground, until you come across the upsizer. A lot of the hits I've had have been on the drop immediately, like that. Again, only small, but geez, they're good fun. Great fun. Just got to be patient and wait for the slightly bigger fish to come through at some point as this sun drops, which they often do. Glorious conditions, Melbourne this afternoon. 29 degrees for mid-April, low wind, very pleasant. Very pleasant conditions. Could not resist coming down. Okay, I seem to have drifted off the fish, so after several casts, if you haven't had any inquiries, simple case of head back to the area that you've drifted over and repeat the drift again. No great need for a sounder. It's only about 2 or 3 meters anyway, depth. Just work slightly different lines until you find the bite. Come out a touch deeper, on straight away, on a better fish too. Immediate change of line and depth. That fish has hit that on the drop. That's cool. Good to mix up your lines a touch on the drift till you find the kind of bite you're after. This is a better fish. Compared to those first few I got, this is a better fish. And the fish are taking it aggressively on the drop. Like the plastic's just hitting the water, hitting the bottom, and they're onto it. So that's a decent one. It's what I'd consider a pan-sized fish, which is kind of what I'm after. I'm after a bit of feed. Bit of a feed, and it's a lovely fish. Nice fish there. 30s, into the 30s, maybe mid 30s. It's taking that plastic down. It's a great start. Okay. The fish have been taking it on the drop. I've been literally casting, clicking the bail open over, and then waiting for it to hit the bottom. Well, not that time, but they've been taking it instantly. Another hit. Good fun. This is great fun. If you haven't got into plastics and lure fishing, this is a great introduction. On the doorstep of Melbourne, a great entry to getting into lure fishing. Only a small one. Easy to do. Great for the kids. Look at those bait fish scattering there. I reckon those pinkies are chasing some small bait fish, which is a good sign. So I'm using a 3-inch plastic, which might represent them. Waiting for it to hit the bottom. It'll be there about now. Just work it up, let it drop. Work it up, let it drop. Right, go a touch deeper. Try a new line. That was a hit. Only small. I can see bait fish scattering, being chased by something in the shallows. Fighting a bit different, almost like a flathead. That's because it is a flathead. Picked him. Nice one. That's a nice addition to the bag in terms of table fish. These things are nice. And he has absolutely engulfed that nuclear chicken plastic. Beautiful. That flathead's pretty much chewed the nuclear chicken in half, but it's just hanging on. Worth another cast or two, I think. Yeah, the flatties don't quite dart around as much as the pinkies, and they sort of burrow down a bit more. That's how I recognise the bite of a flathead. Not as quick, but a little more weighty in the bend of the rod. Nothing wrong with that plastic. Still getting taken. Just a small pink. And that's the end of that plastic. Just in the rigging of these plastics, you want to make sure that when you put the plastic on, it lines up dead straight with the main body of the hook. So you go in and you come out at a particular point that allows the plastic to curve around the bend of the hook, straighten up and stay in a nice straight line, so it swims straight for the most effective action. Bait fish are being harassed by something in these shallows here every now and again. A little school just is broken up and scatters, which is a good sign for the plastics, fishing the plastics. It means the fish are actively targeting small bait fish. Now, they could be salmon chasing the bait fish or pinkies. Either way, we'll keep an eye out for that. Just searching for that upsizer now. And a legal fish. These ones are a touch small, albeit good fun. Probably not far for legal fish, but get him back. There's a few theories about wind on Port Phillip Bay and which wind is best, the direction and the strength. Well, I reckon this is just about ideal. A southerly of about 5 knots, creating a light ripple on the surface just to cover the fish as that sun drops. I reckon that is ideal. And with that slight breeze, it gives the advantage of letting you cover a little bit of ground at a very convenient pace on the drift. As you flick, so you go with the wind, drift with the wind, and you cast with the wind. Just fan them out at a variety of angles as you go downwind, and you cover some good ground with this method. There's a hit. There's one close to the boat. Oh, he's only small. He's dropped it as well. He's hit that on the drop, that fish. It's only a small fish. Oh, hang on. No, I'll take that back. That fish might be a slight upsizer. Feel a touch more weight. Yep, he's a little bit better, this one. It's based on that run and the way he's pulling down. Yep, he's a better fish. That's much better. Yeah, that's a good one. If I can net it. Yep, beautiful. He'd be even going close to 40, that guy. That's what I'm after. Beautiful table fish. Somewhere in the vicinity of probably high 30s, maybe even close to 40 centimeters. Awesome. Nice one. You can see how he's inhaled that plastic. He really wanted it. Look at the bait fish. Ha! Might actually try a burn through there. As bait fish are scattering. As I got a bite. Oh, almost felt like something's broken me off. No resistance. That is a break off. Look at that. Something's just clean cut the leader off. It's a worry. Only using 12-pound leader as I'm going for pinkies. In genuine snapper season I'd use 20. But yeah, there's every chance that I've been bitten off by a 45 centimeter pinky on that last cast. So it's a retie. They're on it. Probably a legal fish, but we're going to go for the bigs. These conditions have flattened right out. The wind has dropped and very pleasant. Hopefully the fish will continue to bite. I can see signs of little baitfish being scattered in the shallows here and there, which I'm finding interesting. Not sure if there's salmon or pinkies chasing those baitfish. Oh, casting upwind, which I don't normally do, and I'm on. Just a small again, another small. Lots of small fish, but in amongst them there's some nice ones. Try and see if I can pick up these baitfish being scattered in the shallows. It's pretty cool to see. Note to self, get some fresh nuclear chicken plastics so they stay on the hook longer. They're all over it. That's a better one. Just a slight change in positions gives a slightly different result in terms of fish size. As soon as that drag starts to peel a bit, I know I've gone the next size up. Yep, good one. Nice one. Another one for the pan. There's the baitfish. The snapper I've got on's probably scared him off. Not sure what the size of this thing is. I don't think it's terribly big. No. Go back. Yeah, based on the way these snapper are hitting at the moment, I suspect they're chasing those baitfish around the shallows, and because they're in that mode, that's why we're having so much success here. Look at the baitfish here. Something's chasing them big time. Are they salmon? Are they pinkies or what? Massive scattering of baitfish. Just out in front of me. Let that one sink and on. This could be a good one. Yep, this is a good one as well. I think. Okay. It'd be legal, but put him back. Wherever I'm seeing those baitfish scatter, I'm casting in those zones and getting immediate hookups. There's a good example of baitfish out here being harassed now. See them being scattered in the distance. On. Find the bait fish, find the snapper. Oh, just smacking it, not hooking up. There we go. Yes, that's a good one, I think. That's cool. It's a nice one. That's what we're after. Yep, it's a good one. Mid-30s. Beautiful. Awesome. Well, that last fish has even taken it with the tip of the plastic chewed off, so they're not too fussy. They're in the mood at the moment, that's for sure. Oh, might have been a hit there. They're going at it. Yep. He's on. Good fun. He's cheek hooked. That's why he's convinced me he was a bit bigger. When you hook a fish in an awkward spot on the side of the face or the head or whatever, they tend to fight a bit harder because you're bringing them in, dragging them in sideways. Let that guy go. It's only a small one. Straight on. How's that? Would not have even hit the bottom. Another good one. He's okay. Got a bit more weight. Awesome. Instant hits. Oh, they're peeling that line out. No plastic. That would explain the lack of bites on that cast. It's almost a packet of gulp nuclear chicken gone. And correction earlier, they're actually 4-inch. Thought they were 3-inch. Just read the packet again. These are 4-inch nuclear chickens. This might be the last cast out deep before I hit the ultra shallows on the low light. He's a tiddler, I think. Actually, might have called it too early. Might be alright. Look at those bait fish. Look at that. That's cool. Something's chasing them around. All around me, bait fish are being scattered. Put him back. There's bait fish being scattered. I'll cast on top of them and see what I can produce. There we go, just like that. Just like clockwork. These pinkies are definitely working these bait fish shoals, scattering them. And when I'm seeing the scattered shoals, I'm getting immediate hookups. This time, on a juvenile. That's cool though. Cool visuals. Good one. Well, sun's just about set, and now that the light's fading, the session's coming to a bit of a conclusion, but I'd like to add a few more to the bag. It'd be cool if I could at this late stage. It's been a fun session, plenty of activity. Nice to finish off with a couple more. be a slightly better one. Yep, there it is. Well, might bring a conclusion to the session on the pinkies. Hope you've enjoyed this. Very easy form of fishing to do. If you haven't really dabbled in lure fishing, this is a very good form to try for your first time. So close to Melbourne, as you can see in the background there. Just got to buy those soft plastics and the appropriate size jig head to suit your rod. Fish fairly light, and you can cast over these shallow margins in the top end of the bay and get an easy bag of fish, and in the process have a lot of fun. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. I caught a few, yeah.
Can I see them? Fish. See the fish?
I'll show you one of them.
Sorry.
If I can reach one. They're all in the back.
Are they big?
Yeah, they're okay. I can't quite reach them. There's one there, see?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's big.
Got a few in the back there. All right, have fun paddling.
Thank you.
See ya.